Hello and welcome. Tagalot Contacts is a contact management app for the iPhone and iPad developed by PD Systems. In this overview we cover the main content records in Tagalot, these being persons, tags and groups. Tagalot functionality is covered in more detail in other videos. This overview is also available as a PDF download on the website at www.pdsystems.co.uk. The icons you see in this overview are as used in the app. This overview will include person details, Tagalot's three types of group records: organization groups, collection groups, service groups, and Tagalot's organization tag, which is used to associate a person with an organization. First, we have the person contact details. In Tagalot, this includes all the usual personal contact information, personal addresses and an optional single workplace detail. Use the personal workplace detail where the contact has not been tagged to an organization, for example for sole trader contacts or where there is only a single contact at an organization. Tagalot contacts can be used with just person entries, but for most contact management purposes we will be placing our person contacts into groups. Our next main contact type is an organization tag. A tag record is created when a person contact is associated with an organization group. In the app, this occurs when a displayed person contact is dragged and dropped onto a displayed organization group. The tag, as well as making the link between person and organization, can also hold additional details for the person contact at the organization. Details such as role, grade, reports to, contact email, numbers, etc. are available. Person contacts can be tagged to the organization or to any address present for the organization. A person contact can be a member or tagged to any number of organization groups. Hold details for your contacts at their company, golf club, family or any associated organization. All three Tagalot main contact types, person, organization and tag, can be used as a contact for messaging purposes. For example, group emails, label printing, data exports and hub views. Hub views provide quick access to all contact options such as email, VoIP, FaceTime, SMS, calls, etc. In the app, just tap a displayed contact, person, organization or tag to open its hub view. One more Tagalot feature before we look at groups. Tagalot uses context to make entry and viewing of your contacts a little easier. Groups can typically be categorized into business, social or family, and this is what we call a context in Tagalot. The context setting allows high-level filtering on group lists, but also affects the content of organization and tag entries. A color and a simple icon are assigned to each context. A context is selected when an organization is created. Collections and services get assigned an initial business context. When no image or logo is entered for an organization, a context icon placeholder is used. The context of an organization also dictates the content fields in the organization and tag details. For example, a family tag has less content than a business tag. The context can be changed for any group. Now we look at the three types of groups in Tagalot. First, organizations. These hold details for anything from a family group to a large enterprise and are typically legal entities. Or widening the scope, an organization entry could be something more transient, such as a holiday, exhibition, or other event. So consider the use of the term organization in its widest sense. Multiple addresses, including location coordinates, can be entered for an organization. Organization groups are used for grouping person contacts, but also just for holding basic contact and reference details for those other useful contacts, such as suppliers, tax officers, banks, accountants, etc. Maybe for all those login details, but keep your device PIN protected if you do. In summary, this diagram shows our organization groups with assigned contexts of family, business and social, and a tagless person contact. So the person detail has been tagged to an organization with the tag available to hold additional details for the person at the organization. A person can be tagged to any number of organizations and optionally to a specific address for the organization. Just to emphasize the feature, a Tagalot contact can be from any of the three columns shown, namely a person, organization, or tag. Our second grouping we call a collection. Consider collection groups as general buckets used for any logical or even illogical grouping purposes and for any types of Tagalot contact. Collection group entries can be created as required and contacts added by the usual drag and drop actions. There are no collection tags as such, as the member entry simply links back to the contact details. Purposes are manifold. Can be for simply viewing and access to each contact's main messaging view, called the hub view. Typically, collections are used for group emails, transfers to Apple contacts, or data exports as text files to other apps. Note that Tagalot does not export any data without user action. So just running through a few examples. We have my close family, distant relatives, friends in Scotland, relatives in Australia, key customers, prospects, colleagues, key suppliers, groups of clubs, associations, teams and members, event attendees, greeting card lists, my Apple contacts, emergency contacts, contact this month, or whatever purpose you may have. To summarize collection groups, these can be assigned to a context, but this does not restrict its member contacts. And to illustrate the concept of any contact within a collection group, we have persons, organizations, and tags. Contacts associated with collections are known as members. There are no collection tags as such. Consider a collection member as just a link to the person, organization, or organization tag. The last group to define is the service group. By design, Tagalot does not contain any integrated social media services, preferring to leave it to users to control access to external services or local apps on an as-required basis for each of their contacts. Service groups and service tags are user-defined, but the app provides selectable presets for the popular service providers. The group-level details can be set up to provide a template for the creation of each service tag in the group, or the details can be entered directly for each service tag. And the popular uses for service groups, all the usual culprits: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, etc., etc. Users can define any as required, say musician sites, sports personalities sites, companies with staff pages, The access to services for a contact appear on the contact's messaging view, that is, their hub view. And just to illustrate the use of service groups, here we show them in contexts, but contexts are entirely optional. For instance, we have a Facebook service group in each of the family, business and social contexts. They would have different names in each context: Facebook family, Facebook business, etc. and any type of contact. Access details for a contact to a defined service are maintained in the service tag. Service tags are optionally created from template details in the service group, and templates can have a placeholder, for example, for a contact's username or page reference. That concludes our introduction to persons, groups and tags in Tagalot Contacts. Tagalot Contacts is a foundation app, free to download and use for the primary contact management functions. Additional functionality is in development, and in some cases, for example time recording, will be made available as an optional in-app purchase. Tagalot Contacts is developed by PD Systems. See www.pdsystems.co.uk for more information and contact details. Tagalot support is available by email to support@tagalot.biz. Thank you.